Hello out there, my beautiful viewers. Welcome to another episode of this podcast, The Complete Football Pod. With me, your host, Mike. I hope you're all doing well. I really hope you are. If you're new to this channel, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. It will go a long way. For those who already subscribed, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Yeah, this episode is all about my EPL team of the season. So this is I'm picking my Premier League team of the season. Yeah, let's dive in. Starting from the goalkeeper, this was a tough decision for me, but at the end of the day, this decision I made will not go well with some people, which is okay. It's just my opinion. You might have a different opinion. So I've seen so many people do their EPL team of the season that I felt I wasn't okay with it. But it's their choice, it's their opinion. So be it. But this is my pick for the season in the Premier League. So starting from the goalkeeper position, this was very tough for me. It's very tough because I had like 4 good goalkeepers, but I had to come up with these, which would be kind of divisive. It was kind of tough. So logically, we would say David Raya because he won the Golden Glove, the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. But the reason why I don't really agree with that is because Arsenal defense has been very great this season. So he had not had a lot to do at the back because the defense really protected him a lot. So that's why I'm not going for David Raya. I would rather go for Andre Onana. Yeah, that's why I said it's going to be divisive. My pick will be divisive. Yeah, Andre Onana, because Andre Onana has the highest save in the Premier League. I think 147 or 149. I think 149 saves in the Premier League, which is kind of crazy. He had the highest save in the Premier League, I think, followed by Jordan Pickford, the Everton goalkeeper. But let's think about it. Andre Onana had the highest saves because he plays for Man United, and we all know how Man United was this season. They were not that great. So what if Onana played for a better team? Look at a season before he came to Man United. He played for a team in Inter Milan that had a solid defender, and I think he won the Premier. He won the Champions League Keeper of the Year. I think, yeah, he won the European Keeper of the Year because he was so good. The defense protected him. I think that was what Raya enjoyed this season. But I'm picking the best goalkeeper due to the number of saves, and Onana has the highest number of saves. So I'm taking Andre Onana as the goalkeeper choice. Now, I'm going with a 4 defense. So at the right back, I'm going with, this was a little bit kind of tricky for me also because I would normally go for Kyle Walker, but this time I'm going for Ben White because Ben White has been extremely good this season. He's been very good this season. You can hardly find a mistake he made this season. At that right back position, he's been very solid. So that's why I'm going for Ben White as my right back. Now, my center defenders, I'm going for William Saliba. So William Saliba, we all know how good he was this season. How many tackles he's won, it's crazy. Then beside him, I'm going for Van Dijk because I think Van Dijk has the highest take-ons this season. It was really good this season. Even though Liverpool along the way they were in shambles, but Van Dijk was very outstanding. So this, my left back position, I'm going to put Gabriel Magalhaes, the Arsenal Gabriel. He's a left-footed defender, so I'll just put him there because he was very good. His partnership with William Saliba was superb. I think they had the best partnership in Europe this season, or in the world this season. Saliba and Magalhaes, their partnership has been the best so far. I've not seen any partnership this season in all the leagues that matches Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. They've been outstanding together. So I'm going to put him in the left back position. I would have gone for there's Tottenham Udogi, but he got injured. You know, he was having a great season until he got injured. So that actually for me made me just go for Gabriel Magalhaes. And Gabriel Magalhaes deserves to be, to be in the defense in the conversation this season because of how good he was, how instrumental he's been for Arsenal. The corner kicks, the set pieces. If you watch Arsenal closely this season, anytime the set pieces comes in, they look for Gabriel. Declan Rice or whoever is taking the corner kick, they look for Gabriel. So the guy has been so outstanding this season. I'm going for a double pivot midfield in Declan Rice. I'm picking Declan Rice because we all know how instrumental Declan Rice has been for Arsenal. Declan Rice has made Arsenal better this season. In fact, the reason why Arsenal was this good this season was because of the addition of Declan Rice. He has made, that he has played that number 6 position very well, sometimes playing the number 8 position. He has been very, very, very instrumental, very, very good player. I knew it because the moment this guy is a leader, because when Arsenal signed him from West Ham, he was already a leader. He could play as a center back. He can play in the number 6 position. He could play as a number 8. Tell me what he could play as a box to box. This guy is so good. But the second player in the midfield is Rodri, Man City Rodri. In my opinion, he is the best midfielder in the world right now, or let's say best defensive midfielder in the world right now. It's Rodri. Rodri is the best, no doubt, because this guy is the link between the defense and Man City's attack. He has been very, very, very pivotal for Man City this season. The games he has not played this season, I think the only time he played and Man City lost was the FA Cup final against Man United. That's the only game he played and Man City lost. Every other game that he had played, Man City has never lost. The 5 games he didn't play last season, or this concluded season, Man City lost all the 5 games. So, but anytime he's playing for Man City, you can be rest assured Man City is going to win. This guy has been very, very, his ball winning abilities, his pushing forward abilities. He has scored important goals for Man City. The Champions League goal for last season, he scored it. He scored so many goals for Man City this season. He's been very, 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 very good for Man City. And like I said, is the best defensive midfielder in the world right now. No one is close. I would say probably Declan Rice is closer, but I would go for Rodri all day, all time. He's the best so far. So I'm also going for another 2 players. I'm going with a 4-2-2-2 formation. Yeah, or probably 4-4-2 formation. Let's put it that way, 4-4-2 or 4-2-2-2 formation. So I'm going for, on the right side, I'm going for Cole Palmer. Yeah, Cole Palmer. It was, I would say, no disrespect to Bukayo Saka. Saka also has been very good for Arsenal this season. But along the way this season, I think he got tired and his performance has dropped a little. But Cole Palmer was superb this season. It was a superb season for Cole Palmer. I don't think he himself expected it to be this good. Even though I know he's a good player, because when Man City let him go, I was like, this guy is good. When I see him come in for Man City, the times he had a sniff of the first team. Anytime he plays for Man City, you can see what this guy can do. But Man City let him go, and I don't blame Guardiola for letting him go, because there's a lot of players in there in Man City. Bernardo, De Bruyne. There's no space for him. And at that time, Riyad Mahrez was still in Man City too. So I understand why he was struggling with game time. But he made the right decision to leave. And this season, he had like 22 goals in the Premier League. 22 goals. And the confidence this guy is having, or the confidence this guy has for his age, is kind of is out of this world. I really love him play. He's a guy, when he holds the ball, you know something's about to happen. He has been very, very important for Chelsea this season, and without his goals, I don't know where Chelsea will be this season. Then the other player would be Phil Foden. Yes, now Phil Foden, in my opinion, is the best player in the Premier League this season. No doubt. I think he won it. He won the award. Is the best Premier League player this season. This guy he has already, at his age, I think he's 23 or 24. 23 or 24, I stand corrected. This guy already won like 14 trophies. 14 good trophies. Important one. The Champions League, the FA Cup, the Premier League. I think 4 or 5 FA Cups. Phil Foden, this is a very instrumental for Man City. Very, very instrumental for Man City. Scored decisive goals, scored important goals, and when he has the ball, something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. He could play anywhere in the midfield area. Phil Foden would play conveniently, even as a false nine. This guy is good. I see some similarities between him and Cole Palmer, because Cole Palmer could play as a false nine also. Cole Palmer can play as a 10. Cole Palmer can play as a left or right winger, which Phil Foden can do also. But I think right now Phil Foden is better. Is better than Cole Palmer, because the experience has been introduced into the Man City squad for a long time than Cole Palmer. So I see he's more experienced than Cole Palmer. He's the best this season in the Premier League. No doubt about it. Now I'm going for two strikers in Ole Watkins, the Aston Villa Ole Watkins. Now this season for Ole Watkins, he has been very, very superb for Ole Watkins. Ole Watkins, I think he had this season, I think he scored like 19 goals this season and no penalty. No penalty. I stand correct. I don't think he scored any penalty. All those 19 goals was without a single penalty. Unlike Cole Palmer that has like maybe 7 or 9 penalties out of his 22 goals. But Ole Watkins has 19 goals this season, and I don't think he has one penalty, because the penalty taker for Aston Villa has been, I think, Douglas Luiz or something. Yeah, Douglas Luiz. So Ole Watkins had a great season, and I'm not surprised he had that, because last season he showed a glimpse of what he can do, and this season he got better. So I think at the trajectory he's going now, he's getting better and better all the time. So Ole Watkins was very, very, his goals was really, really took Aston Villa a long way, and they're playing the Champions League next season. So he's very, very instrumental now. He's in the England squad for the Euros, so it's no doubt he made the squad. Then also the second person will be the one and only Erling Haaland. Now, with Erling Haaland, Erling Haaland is a beast. We all know how good he is, how fast he can be, how strong he is. He's a beast. But I still believe Man City is not playing to his strength. Man City is not playing to his strength, and that's why I'm having this feeling there would be a time not too long ago, it's not going to be too long. There would be some conversation about Erling Haaland leaving Man City, except if Guardiola leaves and another coach comes in to build the team around him or to play to his strength. But right now, we all know the way Pep plays. Too many people touch the ball. Too many people pass the ball around before it gets to Erling Haaland. And that's not the way Erling Haaland wants to play. Even though we can see last season, there were so many games, so many important games, Erling Haaland was just nowhere to be found. Let's say, and he still scored a lot of goals. Even this season, so many games Erling Haaland did not show up. He was playing, but we didn't see him. It was not impactful in that game. But he still ended up to be the highest goal scorer in the Premier League by scoring 27 goals. What if he's playing for a team that plays to his strength? He would do more. Look at when he was in Salzburg. Look at when he was in Dortmund. 40, 50 goals in a season. Though actually last season in Man City, I think he did it too. But this season was a little bit different. In the Premier League, it was off for there was a long time that he didn't score any goal, which was not good for which was not good for him, you know. And the way Man City plays, in my opinion, it's really affecting Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland wants to run. There were so many positions. There were so many times it was in a 1v1 situation with a defender, and that is Erling Haaland's strength. You give him the ball, you make him run. He's a beast. You can hardly find a defender that can tame Erling Haaland. But Man City just passed the ball around too much to the point that before the ball gets to Erling Haaland, he's in a confined space. So they couldn't get the best out of him. Even though they couldn't get the best out of him, he still had like 27 goals. So that makes my team. And for the coach, for the manager of the season, I want to be a little bit biased here. I would go for Mikel Arteta because we all know how great Pep is. I've never hidden the fact that for me, Pep is the greatest manager of all time and the most influential manager of all time. I said it in my previous episode. He has done more than Alex Ferguson, the great Sir Alex Ferguson, because I've not seen anyone that worked under Alex Ferguson that went on to be a better coach. No, Pep has influenced a lot of people, either by coaching them or by them working with Pep as an assistant. Arteta worked as an assistant. This new Chelsea manager, Enzo Maresca, worked as an assistant. Kompany played for Pep Guardiola. Xabi Alonso played for Pep Guardiola. Xavi Hernandez played for Pep Guardiola. So you can see all these guys. Every one of them have passed through the Pep school of thought. So that's why I'm saying is the best coach of all time. I would not give him the Premier League coach of the manager of the season because I already know no one is close to him. So I'm not gonna. He's the best in my head here. Is the best. So he doesn't need the Premier League Manager of the Year. So I'll give it to Mikel Arteta because of how Arteta has evolved as a coach. Last season, the season before this just concluded season, he pushed Man City, he pushed Liverpool. The same this season, Arteta is getting better and better. And tactically, Arteta is doing exploit. And this guy is he's probably going to win the Premier League if they continue like this. If he makes the right decision in signings, if he buys the right players, if he plays with the right mentality and buy the right players for the team, I see Arteta winning the Premier League one day. If anything can happen in football, next season now his future might be in doubt. Now he's signing a new contract for Arsenal. They just want to tie him down. The next 5-6 months when the season starts, it could be a different ballgame. It could be a different story. So in football, anything can happen. So my manager of the season, I would give it to Mikel Arteta because he has been very, very, very good. As a manager, he has really pushed Pep. That competition has been very stiff lately. So I would take Mikel Arteta as my manager of the season. So this brings me to the end of this podcast. Let me know your thoughts. If you can type in the comment section, let me know who your 11th player of the season would be, and including the manager. Let me know what you think. This is my own pick. So I know so many people have different, ideas about who their goalkeeper will be, who their right back or left back will be, but this is my own pick. So let me know your thoughts and your opinion in the comment section. This is going to be the end of this podcast. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you for your time. Have a blessed day. Bye.